Good morning, everyone. If you're in the States, it's good morning to you. If you're here in Israel with me, it's a nice good afternoon. I'm happy to have you join me for a stretch class. What you will need is, some of these, by the way, are optional: a chair for balance, a yoga mat, or a towel or something comfortable for our floor work, yoga strap, yoga resistance band. And today I would say, yes, we will need a resistance band. There are a couple of things that we'll be doing with the shoulders to strengthen that you will need that resistance band, and a yoga block is optional as well. With that being said, we'll get started. And we're going to start in parallel, okay? And we're going to have our core engaged the entire class. So kind of get used to that during the day when you're starting to get tired or you find yourself slumping over. Re-engage that core. You can really feel that, and that will help you to stand strong, taller and get a little stronger in the core as well. Tailbone to the floor, zipping up an invisible coat. So from the crown of our head to our tailbone, one nice long line, and shoulders back and down. Great. To start out, and I'm just going to let you know before we start out, I will have the chair here and I will show you the modifications, and then I'll take it up. So you're just going to rock back and forth. And we'll have some active stretches as well as our static stretches in this class. And we're starting out here with a little bit of an active stretch in the ankle, feet, and hold here. Now pushing that floor away. Think of pushing into the floor with the ball of the foot, most of the weight's over the big toe. Second toe, taking a walk in place. So that chair is always there to help you. Keep going. And 4 more. And last 2. Now, holding it right here. You're going to be working on balance and stability as well. You can prop that foot on the, that toe on the floor as you circle slowly at the ankle, hand on chair, or lift. And think of engaging that glute and the inner thigh to help you with that stability. And circle the other way. Stepping down and switching sides, same thing. I'm going to take it up. Good. And reverse it. And stepping down. Now, same thing. If you're going to modify, tap the big toe on the floor, flex and heel on the floor. Otherwise, point and flex. Think of coming up and over the foot to get the shin, really pushing the heel away as you get the Achilles and the calf. And one more, and let's switch sides. Point and flex. And as we're going through our stretch class, where are you feeling those stretches? Think of the part of the body you're stretching. Are you feeling that stretch? One more. Good. Now I'm going to turn towards the chair. You don't have to. Stepping about hip width apart, bending those knees, bringing the weight forward. Okay, so you should feel this back in the Achilles, on that back leg, hands on the chair, on your waist, wherever you want them. And let's switch legs. Same thing. Little bend in the knees, weight forward, heels down on the floor as well. And up we go. We're going to switch legs again. I'm going to stay profile to you, stepping back about shoulder width apart, going into that runner's lunge. And you're leaning forward, not hinging forward. Okay. Heel pushing into the floor, in the back, on that back foot. Then coming up, heel comes up. As we go into that lunge position, pushing the hips forward, and on that back leg, I'm going to feel that on my quad, on that big muscle in front. And back we go again. And from here, switching sides. Coming up on the ball of the foot, down into that lunge position, pushing those hips forward. and get that nice stretch. And back into that runner's lunge one last time. And coming up and facing front. I'm starting in parallel here, which means everything's facing forward, hips forward, shoulder width apart. We're going to get the inner thighs stretched out a little bit. Tailbone to the back of the room, chest lifted, and belly button always to that spine, so it protects the lower back. And we're going to make this a little bit more active. We've been holding it. We're going to make it a little more active. Now this time, as we come over, hold it here. And switch sides. And up we go. Now, we're staying right where we are, opening up in the hips, never the knees or the ankles. We're going to go into a plie, not into a sumo squat. So tailbones to the floor, flat inner thighs, knees track over big toe, second toe as we inhale, and plie our arms, making that oval in front of our face, and exhale as we come down, taking our time. And remember, don't overstretch. Go where you feel the stretch and stop there. We want to prevent injury. We want to make you feel good and stretched and ready for the day. And 4, 3, 2. Now this time as we come down, we're going to hold it here, arms out. Okay. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it up. Shake it out just a little bit. Coming hip width apart, parallel again. From here, we're going to push off the floor like a one-legged jump, and we're going to work on getting those hips retraction and getting the shoulders going as well. So it'll be 1. You're going to feel it a little bit in the lower abdominals as well. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now like opening and shutting a door. Arms wherever you want them, and open and close. And from my shoulders to my hips, I'm in a square. Nothing's moving in that torso. Okay, it's right here in the hips. 1 more on this side. And let's switch sides. Opening and closing. And 1 more. Nice. Now let's go to that upper body. And we have 1 standing shoulder strengthener that you will need your resistance band for. But starting out, and we're going to add a little bit together. We're going to start adding things together here. Soften the knees, so we'll do upper and lower body a little bit too. Shoulders rounded back. And to the front. Now, we're going to do that chest opener. So we've got the arms on the diagonal, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening up through the chest and through the shoulders, coming back in a little mini lunge. Okay, here we go. And open, back to center. We're alternating here. The heel comes down into the floor on this as we go back into that lunge. We have 4 more. Last 2. And last 1. Great. Let's get those triceps. And again, we're coming parallel. You can pat yourself on the back, it's a modification, and just a little pressure here or coming back, making sure that you're not arching the back, tailbone to the floor, elongate the spine, shoulders down and away from the ears. Turn your head, nice stretch in the side of the body. And back up to center. Other side. Turning our head and nice stretch. And center. Arms up, circle at the wrist. And bring the arms to the front as we turn and circle the other way. Palms down and up. Keep doing this, or just a little pressure on those fingers coming through the forearms. Can you feel that? It should feel very good. Last one. Okay, one standing shoulder strengthener. So taking, and I would go light on this because we're working on stretch. We're not working on muscle building right now. We're working on strengthening. I'm just stepping on my band, okay? My arm is straight. My core is engaged, and I'm just bringing my arm forward. It doesn't have to be very far, okay? It's a longer lever at 45 degrees. So I'm not really yanking it up. So control that resistance band. 4 more. Getting that shoulder stronger. And then I'm going to go profile a little bit. And then I'm going to take it back. Same thing. 2, 3, 4 more. And then we'll go to the other side. And we have the last one here. So only about 45 degrees. Okay, so same thing, other side. So step on that resistance band with your foot flat on the floor, legs parallel and 45 degrees. Just holding on, don't grasp it too tight, be in control. Doesn't have to be very far. 4 more front, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to turn so you can see, take it back. Just 45 degrees. Straight arm. Don't lock the elbow though, okay? And 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll come back to the band a little bit later. Just a few more things from our standing position. And from here. So cross the arms in front like and circle them. So crossing those arms for 4, 3, and I feel this in my back, just it feels really good. 2 and 1. Now, head coming to the shoulder, I should say. Chin to opposite armpit here. Hold it. Don't let either of those shoulders come up. Bring them down. And if you want, just light fingertips on the head. Stretch it out. And center. Other side, same thing. In a seated position. And this is going to be starting out with our shoulders again. Then we'll move to our shins, which we've been working on as well. So I'm going to sit hip width apart, heels into the floor, excuse me, and my resistance band around the arch of my foot. And basically what you're doing, so I'll turn this way so you can see, is belly button to spine and elbows in, scraping past the rib cage. And we're going to go slow. We're doing rows. Again, to strengthen, squeezing those shoulder blades together. So we're working on strengthening the shoulders here. So it's stretching and toning. And we have 4 more. As you can see, I'm taking my time. We are not racing through this. 2 more. And last one. Good. Now, I'm just going to bring my legs in front of me, or you can put feet on the floor as long as that belly button is engaged, as long as the core is engaged and your belly button's to your spine. So this time I'm going to wrap the resistance band up and around, holding on, arms straight out in front of me. And if you want to do this is one that you can do without that resistance band. So you just bring the shoulders forward and back, forward and back, and you just have a little bit of added resistance. 4 more here. 3, 2, last one, and 1. Good job. Okay, now you can go ahead and use that same band, or you can take it up a notch if you would like, or no band at all. Totally up to you. Okay, we're going to get those shins as we come up, so it's that point and flex like we did when we were standing, up and over the foot, only we're going to add that resistance. So it's on the top of my foot, and I'm going to point and flex. And take your time, no rush, and flex. Make sure your toes stay covered here. And one more after this one. And back. And you shouldn't be crunching up in that foot at the bottom. That's not where we want this. We want it on top, extending from those toes. On the top of the foot, up the calf. Okay? In the shin. Okay, here we go. And point. And flex. And we have one more after this. And last one. Great. Okay. Putting the resistance band down for now. We're going to go onto our stomach and work the back. So we've been working different areas, and we're just kind of adding all those together. From here, belly button to spine. Legs are back, hip width apart, head in line with the spine. My hands a little bit forward, my elbows are under my shoulders. I'm coming up, and I'm elongating through that spine. I'm engaging my glutes too. And I'm getting a nice stretch in that back. So hold it there. And I'm going to give you 3 levels, and you go on number 2 and number 3, wherever it's the best for you. If it's here, stay here. Release it. Again, belly button to spine. I'm coming up just a little bit higher. My elbows are off the mat. And again, you can keep yours on the mat. And you're feeling this in the arms as well. And down we go. Now I'm going to really extend, but I'm bringing my arms in front of me. So it's not a cobra where I'm back here. I'm here. Okay, so it's not as high. Shoulders down and away from the ears. And down we go. Walking my hands back, belly button to spine as I roll up. Coming up and foot flat on the floor. I'm going to lean forward to get that hip flexor. This is where, take your time, I'm going to hold it here. Get that yoga block if you'd like to use it. Bringing it right next to you so you can hold on to it. One hand on the mat, flat palm on the mat if you would like. Otherwise, you can stay up here too. If you would like, bring that arm up. So, one arm to the next is one nice long line. If you want to take it up another notch, flex that foot, the toes, and lift the leg and hold it here. Pushing back through the heel, feet pushing into the floor. And hand down, knee down if you're with me. Coming up from here, I'm going to flex that front foot, hinge back at the hips, and I'm not going to push down, and hold here. You can have that yoga block. And then wherever you can feel that stretch, make sure that foot is flexed, and don't round it over. Nice line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Now I'm going to come up, put my flat foot on the mat, still hinging at the hips. Up we go, and let's switch legs. Same thing. Find your comfort level. I'll be looking away. I'm going to go flat palm, arm up. So I'm not bringing that arm back. It's in one line. One arm to the next is one line. I bet that just made a pretty picture with my face. I'm scrunching my face up. Tuck the toe if you'd like, and back we go. And knee down, coming up, flexing that foot, hinging. Get a nice stretch here, where it's comfortable for you. And you're looking down towards that foot or the leg. Coming up a little bit, flat foot, hinge at the hips, hold it here. And back up we go. Let's have a seat. Facing me. And from here, breathe in, exhale, fingertips at the temple, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Now, hands on the lower thighs, shoulders down, belly button to spine, tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest, and around that back. Neutral spine, 2 more times, please. Breathe in And exhale. Squeeze and round it. Neutral spine one last time. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze and round it. And back to center. One hand's going to come over. The other hand comes back, flat palm on the floor behind the hip. And a little spinal twist. Come to center. Let's go to that other side. Back to center. Let's go into our figure four. This is your modified. Turning, make sure first of all the foot is flexed. Turning towards the leg, lead with the chest and the chin. Straight line, looking down, walk to where you feel the stretch and hold it. Remember, if you're feeling nice and super stretched, go into that straddle. Make sure both of your sits bones are on the floor. Walk it back, facing front, palm up, reaching to the side and open with that chest a little bit. The shoulder comes back, looking up at the ceiling. And release it. Let's switch sides. Same thing. You're here, remember. And walking it back. Palm up, reach, open a bit, look up. And good job. Let's bring both legs in front. And you might not get as far here. So again, leading with chest and chin, looking down, shoulders down, and where you feel the stretch, hold it there. Walk it back and coming to that butterfly position. Now, we're going to be hinging at the hips forward, but we're not rounding it over, and the shoulders are definitely not coming up towards our ears. So we want to bring it down, looking down at the floor, and stop when you feel that stretch. First, we'll start with our butterflies. And hold it here and hinge forward. And back up again. And hold and hinge forward. And one more time. And hinge forward. And this is our last time to get that stretch. And up we go. Okay, from here, we're going to go to the floor. Make sure you have a resistance band, although it's optional. So if you want to do our windshield wipers without, that's okay. We're going to actually start out in our frog position. So you're going to be laying flat on the mat, head, neck, and shoulders really relaxed. Here is your option. You just open one side, keeping that square from shoulders to hips, and hold it here. Otherwise, soles of the feet together, and just open up and relax. Totally relax, okay? And breathe. Now, if you are doing a modified and this leg was down, bring them up and switch to the other side. Otherwise, just hold it there. And legs together. Now grab a hold of that resistance band. I'm going to put it on that front foot. And remember, if you are not using that resistance band, just hold on to the calf and ankle, thigh, and calf. And hold it here. And bring the knee into the chest. Now extend both legs. And that foot on top is flexed. We're going to do our windshield wipers. So one arm comes out to the T. It's not up above. It's right from your shoulder to your fingertips, one line. Cross, and it doesn't have to be very far. If you don't have the resistance band, you're supporting that leg with the hand. So cross where it feels comfortable. Keep the shoulder on the floor and open. Take your time. Now, this will be the last one on this side like that, because this time when we cross, we're going to hold that. And remember, if you don't have that resistance band, support that leg. You're going to use your hand on your calf to support it. And open and hold. So if I didn't have it, I would hold on and support my leg there. And bring both legs in. We're going to take that band up, knee to chest, then circle. And other side. Good. Now bring that foot down and switch legs. Same thing. Hold it here. And bring that knee into the chest. Extend both legs. Now going into our windshield wipers again, taking our time. No rush. One more cross and open before we hold it. And let's bring it across and hold. How's that feeling? I can feel it working. And open. Bring both legs in. You can put that resistance band away. Holding on, bringing knee to chest. And stir the pot, circling it around gently and other way. Now working on hips a little bit more. We worked on those not long ago. Palms to the side. Whichever leg it really doesn't matter because you're going to do both. And bring one foot up on the leg that'll be what would be a supporting leg. And flex that foot and lift. And lower. And we are not lifting high. No higher than that knee at all. And down. And 2. This is 3, sorry. 4. We're going to hold this one. Hold. Bring it down, now knee to chest. And release. And if you want to, knee to chest. And down one more time. And bring that foot down, another leg. Here we go. And lift. And lower. Again, not a big movement. Use your core engage, belly button to spine, protecting that lower back. This time we're going to lift and hold. Hold. And knee to chest. You can extend it or put on the floor. Knee to chest. Last one. Switching legs again. Bring that leg up and over, opening up the hip, making sure you're not turning your whole body, relaxing that upper body into the floor. You can stay here, you can lift, feet are flexed, thread the needle, and think of your tailbone coming up, belly button to spine, feel that stretch. And that top leg, I'm feeling it right in here. And bring it down, and let's switch legs. Flex. Same thing, you can open it up here, here, and the last one is, you don't have to come up with me, fingertips towards your hips and coming up. So wherever you can feel that stretch and it feels good to you. Good. And from here, legs hip width apart, arms down at a low V. tailbone to the ceiling, and coming up in that little bridge, engaging those glutes as you come up. So it's a diagonal line. So I'm not really arching up, it's a diagonal. And coming down one vertebrae at a time, releasing it. And again. And release one vertebrae at a time. And one last time. Bringing it down, good. And roll to your side, using your hand to help you get back up. We're gonna go to all fours to do cat and cow, and then we'll go into a child's pose. So, knees under hips, hands shoulder width apart, wrists underneath those shoulders, and come into cat. Release and cow. And cat. And cow. One last time, cat and cow. And neutral spine. Now toes together, open those knees wide, sit back into our heels, walking those arms forward, palms flat on the floor. You can use your yoga block and rest your forehead on it or forehead on the mat, pushing the armpits into the floor and just breathe. Now arms walking over to one side. The opposite hand comes on top. I'm going to my right side. And let's walk it over and switch sides. And back to center. And now let's walk it back. Now, the last part of class, we're going to totally relax. So I want you to listen to the music. If you want to, kind of dim the lights a little bit. Don't fall asleep because we're going to relax the entire body. We've stretched everything out. Now let's relax it. So we're going to lay on the floor on our back. But before we go into anything else, arms overhead or to the side. Stretch all the way past your fingertips, past your toes. Just kind of move the body where it feels good to you, and then just let it go. Palms up into your side. Let the legs hang naturally. And as we do this, I want you to clear your mind. So close your eyes. Get rid of any thoughts you have right now other than just being present and in the moment. And you should be on a comfortable mat, yoga mat, and or comfy, cushy towel. Think of it as a nice, soft pillow, mattress, somewhere where you feel comfortable. Now think of working with gravity, so you're sinking into the floor, into that mat. And as I go up the body, think of letting all tension go out of that area. And you're just going to lay heavy into the floor, into the mat. Breathe. And release all tension from the toes and the feet and the ankles. Let those feet and ankles hang heavy into the mat. Now let's drain all tension out of our lower legs, our calves, past the knees to our thighs. Our legs and feet are heavy and just sinking and melting into the floor. Past our glutes. Our lower back, relax. Just relax. Tension melts away. Middle back and upper back. Now release that tension past our neck and our head. And breathe. Now past our shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, our wrists, our hands and fingers, You should be totally relaxed. You're almost like Jello. Now think of your diaphragm, your lungs, your chest as a balloon. We're going to fill it up with air. We're going to inhale through the nose, exhale. As we exhale, contract it back in through the mouth. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Once again, inhale and exhale. Now just breathe normally. Slowly turn to your side, taking your time because you're relaxed into your fetal position. Top hand, palm on the floor. Slowly come up to a seated position, taking our time, no rush, absolutely no rush. Now sit the way you're comfortable, legs crossed, figure four, legs in front, and let's engage the core again. Tailbone to the floor, belly button to spine, zipping up the coat, round the shoulders back. You can feel all those muscles re-engage. Taking a nice deep breath in and exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. And tomorrow, as a reminder, is our Ballet for Fitness class at 7:45 a.m. Central Time, and I hope you will join me for that class. You also need a yoga mat, but you definitely do need a chair, something to use as your ballet bar. You optional, but recommended to use light weights, medium weights no higher than 8 pounds, and possibly your resistor bands as well. Have a great day. From Israel, it's Denise. Bye.